is so stupid, but we're like 30 minutes in, we're dying, it's a hot class, and the instructor goes, I see we have a comedian in the class, and I'm just like, fuck, this is bad. And she goes, does he want to tell us a joke? And I'm like, I'm in like a pose right now, this is horrible. So I like look to Brian, like, what do I don't know what to do here, and he gives me a look like, I got this, which I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he's gonna do, but he goes, I'll tell a joke, and the whole room is like, what the fuck? I'm like, we're looking like, what's he gonna do? And he tells my joke. It's an old joke of mine where he goes, my friend's girlfriend just had a miscarriage in the shower. And I was like, oh my God, worst baby shower ever. He tells this to a room full of women, and it is fucking silence. And the instructor just says, well, I'm triggered. And I was like, yeah, that joke usually fucking kills.
What do you think is going to change next? I bet in Wyoming you still can't suck dudes' dicks.
I think you can.
But I bet Wyoming you can't. I bet Wyoming you can't. I bet Wyoming you can't.
It has to be a white guy's dick, and then it's fine.
Where are you going to find a black guy? You got to go on a hunt.
Yeah.
You're looking for the Holy Grail out there.
Yeah, no, what is next? I don't know.
Allegedly. She would chloroform her kids so she could go out and party. Dude, how great would chloroform be?
Yeah, it's kind of good for that.
But right now I'd chloroform myself. So I stop with my brain. Like anytime
will you do it to yourself if we get it?
I don't think, but I think you can kill. Stacey Anthony killed her kid chloroform.
Is blackface that bad?
I've said how I feel about it, but people don't want to hear it.
I do.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think if you're a young kid and you like love a guy like Draymond Green or one of your favorite athletes, or even, then I think it's weird. We're almost perpetuating the racism. It feels like to me, I'm also white,
Yeah, sure, I understand.
And so it feels though like at a certain point you would say, oh, this kid can do that. He can idolize a black character because he's not, at a certain point, the malice has gone out of it. It's not like you're making, because they used to have to do it because of the, they didn't allow black people to be in movies, and so they would paint white people black. Right. The minstrel shows and stuff. Or they would sometimes paint,
I was shit-faced on the flight. I got in the next flight, and it was getting into Vermont at like 10:30, so I missed the show. But I was fucking wasted on the Connect flight because I was so cranky. I was like a middle seat last row, which is all they had, so I'm fucking bombed. And I was tweeting at American Airlines like, thanks for calling me Jew boy, fuckers. Like I was just making shit up because I was so drunk. And they tweeted back, we've decided to give you 7,500 points. And then I wrote back, I was so drunk, I was like, you fucking anti-Semites. And they were like, we've decided to give you an additional 7,500 points. And I just picture like N-word, they're like 25,000.
Yeah, they have different tiers.
But Jew boy, they're like, we have to start low because he'll haggle with us. So he has to.
Dude.
Yeah.
I've gotten caught drinking in planes a lot.
Really?
I'm terrified of flying. But I'm terrified of a lot of things.
Haven't you gotten better at that though?
I did. I flew here yesterday sober.
See?
Yeah.
You told me you weren't. Well,
but it takes. I don't know. That's the shit I need to talk about in therapy. Like why I like if we order food.
Yeah.
I feel like it all needs to be eaten. And if we order wine, I feel like I can't leave the bottle. I want to drink it.
Yeah.
I can't. If I light a cigar, I can't just smoke half of it.
You got it.
Yeah, I got to do everything. I want to do everything. I have a hard time leaving stuff on the plate.
Yeah, that's a good one to talk about.
No, there's a list. I've started writing a list.
What do you think is the reason that you can't leave the food or the drink?
I don't know. It's like I grew up in the Depression. I just feel like it's wasteful.
And I was so lucky that the next day was an off day. We had very few like days off between shows, but it was an actual day off. And that night I'm like, at first you're like, I lay down to go to sleep and I'm like, I feel like I have indigestion or something. This is weird.
Oh, like a bubble burp.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this? There. And like, I go to the bathroom and I'm like, I'm thinking like, do I have to take a shit? And then I stand up and I wash my hands and I'm going back and I'm about to walk back to the bed. I'm like, no, it's something else. I can't quite figure it out. And then I just walk back and I vomit so violently, like so uncontrolled, like waves of it, like rah, and I was like, holy fuck.
It's when they double punch, they forget that they're recording and they turn it off.
Oh. Have you had that on a shoot?
Have I had that on a shoot? I've had that on a bungee jump. I've had that on a I've had that skydiving. I've had double punches all the fucking
And then
time.
are they like, hey, Bert, that was double punch, our bad. Groom, and the lines are super, super clean and deliberate. It's very methodical. And then like you could be like at least Albanian.
Yeah, I definitely look like I agree with some of the things the Quran says.
Right. And you and also I feel like anybody with this beard regularly has like probably a felony charge. Ellis is starting jujitsu.
For real?
Yeah.
Do you consult Uncle Joe?
I talked to him. I talked to a couple other people.
Isla's in jiu-jitsu. Isla's in jiu-jitsu.
Really? Does she like it?
She's been doing it for a few years, yeah.
Oh, really?
She choked me out the other night.
Does she like it?
Yeah, she loves it. She loves it. She's like, I don't know where we were, and she was like, I could choke you out. And I was like, you couldn't fucking choke me out. She goes, it's easier with big guys. I go, what? She goes, come here. And those little needle arms of hers went right under my chin, and Leanne and Georgia were watching, and I went like, and they started laughing so hard, and Isla, as soon as Isla heard them laughing, she just tightens it up, and I'm like, no, I'm tapping, and she's like, I haven't learned the tap yet, and I was like, what?
He goes, Ellis is like, he goes, I think I want to do jiu-jitsu. And I go, oh yeah?
This cunt fucking reached out to me, and he was like, I'm doing a thing about stand-up. I'd love to be on your podcast to promote it. And I was like, I looked in the names. Not one of them has a podcast. I'm not on his fucking show. Not one of my friends is on his show. What was like, I mean, like, I think every guy runs through, like, you had your pick of women. You had your pick of women in Hollywood in the heyday.
It was a good time. It was a good time.
Hold on. This doesn't look good.
Yeah,
look how big that fucking shark.
Huge great white. And he's like, oh, cool. And it has an open top. That's not a cage that's closed.
That's not a cage. That's a casket.
Yeah. And he's like, look at the shark. Let's tap this thing and see what it does.
Scroll and see if this thing attacks him. Go to the peak.
Oh.
Right there is where
everything-
Oh!
Yeah, that, dude.
And then now it's already in attack mode.
Yeah.
And it just shattered that cage.
I mean,
Wait, what did it look like from behind?
welcome to the program.
Hey guys,
As
brand new
always,
episode of Two Bears, One Cave. Hey Andrew,
my
is liver
co-host-
drainage a real thing?
My co-host.
No, is liver
Bert
drainage?
Kreischer.
You know nothing of how this podcast works.
Yeah.
This is my co-host Tom Segura.
Yeah.
Hello.
It's called Two Bears, One Cave.
Yes.
And
This is renowned professor and podcaster, Dr. Andrew Huberman, Stanford ophthalmology, neurobiology, and you have but you also...
I have an appointment in neurobiology, ophthalmology, and by courtesy in psychiatry.
Don't you want to have it lasered off?
I'd laser. I don't know if that would hurt so bad.
No, it doesn't hurt that bad.
I don't want it on my taint or my asshole.
Yeah, let's get it lasered off.
I don't want it on my underarms either.
You can get that lasered off too.
I think I've broken my underarm hair and they smell forever now. That's a thing.
What is a thing?
Underarm hair can get a fungus on it where when you smell like bad, you can't get rid of it. The hair smells bad forever.
Really?
Yeah, and you guys shave it off. Yeah.
I've never heard of this.
Google it. No.
Say-
Oh, you said it about Christina. You wanted to throw when you loved her so much you wanted to throw her head through a dresser.
That is something I said back then.
Yeah.
But
those
I said that I also go to very violent places and thoughts in my head.
I do not know how you have a career.
What do you mean?
Like the idea, like when you think those things, those violent thoughts.
Yeah.
I just go, where's the fun, Tom? At like, how do you write a joke? You're like, I want to fucking cut her eyeballs out and fuck her. Could have.
You haven't seen my new stuff.
You're really good at having those conversations. I am not. I avoid. I don't like confrontation.
I want to say this. I don't.
They were in the Bahamas and they were off some island and somebody dared this guy to jump in.
They dared him to jump in, and so when he was going towards the buoy, he saw a shark, and then deviate. He went away from it, and then that was it. Yeah.
God, it makes me so scared. I'm not shocked that we are on
Living in the ocean.
Dude, if we were lifeguards, dude, people would die.
That's true.
People, because they'd see me out there and be like, oh, and then I go get you and you come out and they're like, whoa.
I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
You got to let him go.
Yeah. And Matt Rife's just standing there just fucking looking.
It's like, oh, I got stuck in there.
Yeah, dude. Imagine getting lint in your whole 6-pack. That's got to be insane.
Crazy.
No. Oh, you said it about Christina. You wanted to throw when you loved her so much you wanted to throw her head through a dresser.
That is something I said back then.
Yeah.
But
those
I said that I also go to very violent places and thoughts in my head.
I do not know how you have a career.
What do you mean?
Like the idea, like when you think those things, those violent thoughts.
Yeah.
I just go, where's the fun, Tom? At like, how do you write a joke? You're like, I want to fucking cut her eyeballs out and fuck her. Could have. You
haven't seen my new stuff.
You're really good at having those conversations. I am not. I avoid. I don't like confrontation.
I want to say this. I don't